Welcome to the Beyond Football Show. Here's your host, Hannah Hall and Kate Lay.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Beyond Football Show. As always, I'm your host, Hannah Hall.
And I'm Kate Lay, talking to you all things beyond football. So 2020 was definitely an interesting year, I think, for me and you, Hannah. We went through our first global pandemic. Who gets to say that? We went through this phase where we just baked and baked. I mean, I baked a lot. And, we went to grocery stores and there was literally no more toilet paper anywhere. So obviously I was scared. And we also had a lot of social injustices, not only in our community, but countrywide. So a lot of negativity in the world. But as always, there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
Right. And I mean, I definitely went through that baking phase as well. Trust me. Like, what am I supposed to do here? Just be at home, bake with my family. But you know what? One thing that really did make my 2020 season, and as a proud Spartan, was seeing our San Jose State football team not only go through an undefeated Mountain West season, but climbed that mountain, made it to the top, and we're Mountain West champions. And that leads us into today's interview. I am so honored to welcome Coach Brennan.
Woo!
You guys are too nice. How y'all doing?
How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just kind of a spring break time of year. Things are a little bit slow. We're ramping up, getting ready for spring practice, which starts in about 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. So I'm in a great spot.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to keep climbing that mountain. But first of all, I want to say congrats on the undefeated season in the Mountain West, as well as becoming the Mountain West champions. Obviously, that was amazing. And on top of that, for those who don't know, we have the Lombardi Foundation College Football Coach of the Year in the house today. Congratulations. And before we hop into all things beyond football, can you just give me a little bit about this season and how awesome it was, and just tell me about that.
It was an incredible journey. And I think, things like that don't happen unless you have just incredible collaboration from the administration, from our team, from our coaching staff. There's so many people that it took to climb that mountain. It was a really special journey, and something I know myself and the rest of our team will never forget. Just how much the players sacrificed, just how much they stayed together, even though obstacles kept showing up, from the very start. And it was a really challenging time for just the world that we live in. And you guys already mentioned that on your intro, but as we navigated those things as a team, I felt like the conversations and, the relationships we built and the trust that we built helped us climb that mountain together. And it was incredibly special. And I feel so fortunate to be a part of it because, we have unbelievable young men on our football team and just a great coaching staff and support staff. So, everybody helped us get to the top of that mountain. That was the definition of a group effort, team effort.
Yeah, I mean, me and my mom were sitting here. Oh man, my mom, first of all, she loves San Jose State football. We're sitting here, we're having watch parties with our little family, our little bubble, and just cheering the guys on that she has seen me grown up with since my freshman year. Obviously, the Jenkins twins, Junior, Isaac Tagia. So all of them are playing now, and she was just so pumped. So that was a little bit of my quarantine experience. But you care about the athletes, and for those of you who don't know, I was on the women's soccer team, just recently medically retired. But coming into San Jose State, I want to applaud you because I've always seen you as a coach who truly cares about his athletes on and off the field. And so let's talk about that a little bit. So Beyond Football, this program we have, wouldn't be here without you. You're the reason it exists. Why did you make it a priority to bring this program to San Jose State? And for those who don't know, even though we've already talked about it a lot, Beyond Football connects these student athletes on the football team with life after football and making those connections and to the community and to future job employers. So again, what really made this a top of the list priority for you?
my whole coaching experience has always been about the development of young men and helping them grow and mature and prepare them for life.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the football part kind of takes care of itself. You're either good enough to play or you're not. You're good enough to go to the NFL or you're not. But everybody's good enough to, build a life and to have a career and to be a good husband or a good dad or a contributing member of society. So, it kind of falls in the space with our team that we talk a lot about, is just, control what you can control. And the one thing that you can guarantee is you can guarantee that you take your academic process seriously during your time here. And then through Beyond Football, you can start to build a life that you want to live when you're done playing. And you can chase the NFL dream here. Whatever that is, pro soccer, pro basketball, it doesn't matter. We can chase those dreams simultaneously, with our Beyond Football dream or our Beyond Sparta dream, right? Like we can do that. We can build those lives in parallel and give us a chance that, if that NFL dream works out, great, but at the end of the day, like those careers are so short-lived, and you're going to need to do something when you're done with that's going to bring you fulfillment and you're going to look forward to doing every day. And so that part of it is, it was easy to do this. And just to rewind a little bit, I was an assistant coach here from 2005 to 2010, through 2010. And I always felt like that was missing here. I just didn't I just never understood how come we did not have a better connection to the Valley, through our student athletes. And so then when I left here, I went to Oregon State, and we had a Beyond Football program there. But as I was watching it, I would always compare it to San Jose State, because Oregon State is in Corvallis, Oregon.
Yeah.
It's a wonderful place, but it's in a city of 50,000 people. 20,000 of those people are students. And so there's not the job opportunity that the Bay Area and the Silicon Valley provides. And so coming back here, it was awesome. Some incredible family friends, people that I've known my whole life, basically, kind of stepped up to fund the program and support it. And it was a pilot. It was a beta, right? Like we were figuring it out as we went. And there's no question that we hired the exact right person to run it in Tobrook Blaine. And now that we've seen some of the benefit of the program, I'm infinitely more excited about the fact that now we've seen the test run with football. Now we're going to roll it out to the entire student athlete group. And I just think it's incredibly valuable to use the platform that you're on as a student athlete to help build the life you want to build when you're done playing, whatever sport it is.
Definitely. I couldn't agree more. And I love that you brought up kind of the importance of the Silicon Valley. Obviously, people who come to San Jose State, whether you're a recruit listening to this, a supporter, a donor, we are in one of the best places in the nation. We have so many great connections, and I think you're right on the money with that. There couldn't be a better place for Beyond Football / Beyond Sparta for our San Jose State athletes. And you kind of talked about the past. I kind of want to talk about, how have you seen the program change over the last 4 years? Whether that be more interest from the community, companies, or players?
I think all of it. When you start something like that, you needed to gain some traction in some places where the guys on our team could see the benefit of it, right? So,
right.
When we initially started it, and Tobrook was reaching out to companies, they were kind of trying to figure out, hey, what is this? What kind of situation are we trying to get off the ground here? And then as they kind of sensed and saw her professionalism, as they got to meet some of our student athletes and found out how talented they are. I think one of the things really missing in the Silicon Valley is in the workforce there is diversity, right? That's missing, and it's not missing, but it's just not, it's not represented on the level that I think it can be. And so here we are at San Jose State with this incredibly diverse student population, this incredibly diverse athlete population. And so why can't we start to put those people, together with these companies that are looking to support young people and looking to build out their company with the kind of socially responsible and diverse, workforce that they can build.
Yeah, no, definitely. And I think that's just what All Beyond Football is about, helping these athletes become a better person. And with that, we have a lot of attributes with this program. So I guess my question is, what's your favorite part of Beyond Football?
my favorite part, and I guess, we've really focused on kind of the professional development piece. My favorite part is the community service piece. And I think, Tobruk would explain to you that there's kind of like a 3-prong approach to Beyond Football or Beyond Sparta, in no particular order. The community service is one, campus engagement is another, and then professional development. Those were things that we thought would really benefit our young men in their experience as they went through San Jose State. The community service part is a way for us to engage the city of San Jose, but also teach our young men the importance of giving back and using your platform as an athlete to lift people up. And it's been a really amazing thing to watch Tobruk build that out and to engage the different groups that we've had come through our doors pre-COVID, of course. They engage our team in meaningful ways, whether it's been speakers, forums. We did the walk a mile in our shoes. I mean, there's so many. We did the autism walk. I mean, there's been lots of different things that have been outreach within the community that I think, initially when the players go through it, they're like, oh, shoot, here we go. We have this. And then they listen to the story and they're inspired by it. And they want to help, move that organization's cause forward, or they want to get involved on some level. And our thought is that if we expose our team to enough different, philanthropic, outreach, community-based, organizations, that's going to hit one person one way and another person another. And so if we make it broad enough and bring in enough variety, that everyone's going to find some level of engagement to support the community.
Yeah. I think that as the athletes kind of go through the Beyond Football process and they go through this program, they definitely do feel good about themselves. I know personally, when I go and help someone, or I do philanthropic things, or I do professional development, I feel good about myself. So do you see the program impacting these athletes not only on the field, but, off the field as well?
Absolutely, I do. And I think they would tell you that, because there's also like an educational part to it for them also. They're learning about mothers against drunk driving. They're learning about autism, something they didn't know anything about. They're learning about, the history of, abuse and, treating women with respect through, so there's just all these different things that help hopefully build a better young man or help him develop in ways that maybe he wasn't thinking about. And then also as they go out to the grammar schools and the junior highs, lots of times they're engaging communities that are similar to the communities they grew up in. So they're finding a way to help, give back to a community that might be similar from the one that they were raised in.
How do you hope Beyond Football impacts the players now and in the future?
That's a big question. I think that's in terms of the whole thing, right? Like, I hope that our effort to engage campus in a meaningful way helps their experience while they're here be better while they're on campus, right? The unique thing about our situation, right? Athletics is, a mile away, and campus is, north of that. So there's that physical separation, and hoping that through Beyond Football with the campus engagement that we can start to build some of those meaningful relationships that get our players out into the campus community and meeting people other than other student athletes, so that they have a little bit more of a rich experience as they're kind of going through college. It's one of the fundamental things that's awesome about college, right? It's about meeting people. It's about meeting new people from different walks of life, people from different thought processes, and growing in that way. Obviously the professional development thing is important to me, because I think every player that walks in our door has a dream of playing in the NFL. And I think that's good. I want them to have that dream. I also know statistically how hard that is. I've seen that. Those numbers are well documented. And so, I want them to be able to have a plan for both chasing an NFL dream and also building a life, through Beyond Football, where they can, say, oh, okay, hey, I did a site tour at, whatever, at Apple. I'm interested in that. What can I do there? How can I, get involved with the 49ers? How can I, they did a tour with the Pac-12 network, right? I'm interested in broadcasting, so just hopefully getting them enough exposure where they can say like, okay, I love football, but I'm also really interested in this other thing. And this other thing might be the way that I build my life.
Yeah.
And then long term, I hope that just the community service aspect helps them continue to give back to their community wherever they go when they're done playing, or wherever they go when they graduate from San Jose State. I'm hoping that the community service thing is part of them for the rest of their lives, and that they continue to find ways to help people that are less fortunate or help people that need lifting up.
Definitely. And I've seen firsthand, I mean, these players, some of them who excel on the field, I have seen them take interest in other parts of, whether that is community engagement, whether that is mentoring, and becoming a mentor. It blows my mind, because you see these athletes really opening up their mind and their eyes to the possibility of what can come next for them through these workshop Wednesdays, through these community events, such as the Walk Like Mad, and, really navigating, oh, well, maybe I could be an NFL broadcaster if this doesn't work out, or maybe I can start my own nonprofit organization like the Limo Foundation, someone we've had on the workshop Wednesday. My next question would be, what would you want people to know about Beyond Football that maybe is not displayed through our social media? I mean, we have the coach on the show right now, so give me some insight with that.
I think, I think it's something that we still need to fundraise for and build out so that it can be built out on the best possible level to support our student athletes beyond football and beyond Sparta. Mm-hmm. And, we've had some people step up and donate to the program, but that's not something that we broadcast on the website. And that's an important thing, because to build long-lasting systems that support all of our student athletes takes resources. It takes people, it takes time, and it takes money. And so, sometimes I think people don't understand. They're like, well, I'm not donating to that. Those kids are on scholarship, right? Well, that scholarship is something totally separate, right? That's their academic process. That is their, how they eat and where they sleep, and that part of it, and how they're supported. They're just like their basic needs, right? This beyond Sparta, this beyond football is next level. This is something totally more powerful, that you are actually helping a young person develop something in their life that's going to be part of them forever. And I think that's what is hard to explain sometimes, because unless we could have a potential donor go with Tobruk and the players on a site tour at Instagram and just see the power of the mock interview process, or, or even come on a workshop Wednesday, right? I think anyone that's been involved in college athletics, anyone as old as me, looks at this program and says, oh my God, I wish I had that.
Yeah.
Right? And so those are the things that we need people to get behind, because we need to keep adding personnel so that we can build out the most robust, aggressive, kind of developmental program for Beyond Football and Beyond Sparta together, so that we can lift this whole athletic department up.
Definitely. And I mean, to the donors, the supporters, the professors, I mean, none of us could have been made possible without you guys. And so I just wanted to add that on into what Coach Brennan had to say. Obviously, there is so much that goes on behind the scenes, and with some of your guys' support, it's been made possible. And I'm telling you, I have been on a few of these workshop Wednesdays. I have seen our athletes dress up in heels to help support and raise awareness with sexual violence and domestic abuse. And it's truly making an impact. And I do want to talk about something serious. Obviously, Coach Brennan, like I said, I've been here since 2018, so I know the road has not been easy for our football team at first. Watching you coach, and watching the team perform this season, such an inspiration. I mean, you got the rewards, you know what I'm talking about. Although there's been so many roadblocks building up within these past few years, obviously we have persevered. We have instilled confidence within ourselves and our teammates. And it works. We climbed that mountain. We're at the top. You see it right behind you on that screen. To all of our listeners out there, what is one piece of advice you would like to give them? Maybe someone who's going through a roadblock, maybe someone who is having trouble just getting over that one hump. You've been there.
Yep.
What's your advice there?
That's a great question. I really believe it's just simple. Just keep moving forward. And I don't get talked out of that thing. And I think what happens so common now is that when you do meet a little adversity, or you lose a game, or you don't play well, or something doesn't go your way, there's just such a tendency to withdraw and stop attacking. But you got to keep moving forward. And, you know, as long as you share that journey with people who are like-minded and that you love and care about, like, anything is possible. I mean, that anything is possible. And, you know, but you got to believe that you can. You got to believe there's a way, because there's always a way. And you just got to find it before someone else does, you know. But the way that we've been able to do that is together. Our team has been incredibly together, and there's a lot of love and a lot of belief in each other. And that's the way we kind of just keep moving forward. I think so many people just when they go through that adversity, they withdraw and they try and handle it by themselves. And that's not only is that not as fun, then you feel the weight of that single, you know, failure or roadblock all on your own, instead of sharing it with someone and brainstorming and getting creative with someone else and adding more ideas and more effort and more people to help you climb that mountain. So keep moving forward.
Yeah. You heard it here, guys. Keep moving forward. I want to thank Coach Brennan for taking the time out of his day to take this interview with us. You know, spring ball is coming up, so I know the pressure is definitely on. Personally, this is my first time talking to Coach Brennan, and he is very admirable. I am inspired to keep moving forward, and I know that you are inspiring others and your team as well. But the show is not over yet. Here at the Beyond Football Show, we like to spice it up, and we have our song segment. So, Coach Brennan, we all have our favorite song. I know I do. I know Hannah does. And we just want to know what your favorite song is, and if you can spit a bar, a verse, you know, our viewers want to hear it. So let's hear it, Coach Brennan.
That's a funny question. I would say it's probably Nothing But a G Thing by Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre.
Okay.
1, 2, 3 into the foe. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the dough, ready to make it. So back on up.
Hey, hey, we heard the coach rap some bars.
Yeah, I don't know that I have a career in that.
No.
I'm good with football.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Wow, I think the players are gonna love when this airs. So
they're gonna kill me for that. They're gonna kill me for that.
They're gonna be like, Coach Brennan, I think you should be a rapper, maybe.
I don't think anyone's gonna say that.
Well, again, thank you, Coach Brennan, so much. And thank you to our loyal listeners and supporters. None of this would happen without you, Coach Brennan, and our listeners. So tune in next week to find out who we talk to. Will it be a football player? Will it be an alum? Will it be another coach? You'll never know until you find out next week. So tune in to the Beyond Football Show. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for coming on.